matching most probably the most problematic or time consuming question types for any IELTS student that I always hear about it. So today I'm going to try to solve some of your confusion, some of your problems, maybe most of your problems. Let's go and see some of the heading matching. Which matching was taken from Cambridge 18, most probably, yeah, test 3. Okay, first thing first, it is very important to read the articles. You don't have time to read the articles, to be very honest. So just read the title, and if there is any subtitle, don't just read for the sake of reading it. Just try to understand what they will going to talk about in this whole paragraph. So they're talking about the steam car. If you don't have any idea about what the steam is, but you understand the car, so it is one type of car, right, that you understand. You don't need to like what the steam car is, from where did it come, its history and everything. You don't need to know that. You just try to understand. Okay, in this whole article they will going to talk about one particular type of car, and what they're going to talk about the success and the failures of the Double brothers and their steam cars. So now we know steam cars belong to whom? It belongs to Double brothers. So they are steam cars. So that's what we're going to get in this whole articles. All right, the first thing first, what you're going to do first, read the, be very concentrated, be very focused, just put all the concentration you have. It is very important. I'm sure if you do this in this way, your heading matching, you will get 100% score, or at least near to 100% score. If not, and then I will also going to show you how can you reduce your time, how can you get the correct answer with short time period. Okay, I'm going to also show that, so don't worry, in the end part of the class. So let's go and dive into it. Read headings in the way so that you can understand what will be written in the paragraph for this specific heading. I'm reading it again. Read headings in the way so that you can understand what will be written in the paragraph for this specific headings. Means when you're going to read the headings, for say all the teacher, everyone will going to tell you, okay, just read the headings, right? No, don't just read the headings for the sake of reading it. Read the headings so that you will understand if I need to answer number 1 for any paragraph, what will be written there so that I can answer it. For say first one, a period in cold conditions. They're going to talk about some cold stuffs, cold conditions, cold, not warm, cold conditions, a period, a time period. Okay, we don't know what the period is. Maybe they can talk about from morning to evening, that is a period. From today to tomorrow, that is a period. From this month to that month, period. From this year to that year, period. From this decade to that decade. We don't know how much time they are talking about, but we understand they're going to talk about the time and cold conditions before the technology is assessed. So before the technology came, so they're going to talk about cold conditions. So when you will get something, when you will get they're talking about cold condition in any paragraph, you'll come here and try to match it. Okay, are they talking about the period of cold condition when technology wasn't there? Then you're going to answer this. Number 2, marketing issues lead to failure. Marketing issues, one issue? No, multiple issues, at least more than one. Marketing issues lead to failure. If you get a lot of marketing stuffs or word marketing, you can't answer it. If you want to answer it, then marketing issues, marketing situations, marketing issues, and for that marketing issues there was failure. So you need to get marketing issues to answer number 2 for any paragraph. What will be written there? They're going to write marketing issues, not one, at least more than one, and they'll also going to say there was failure because of these marketing issues. Number 3, good and bad aspects. So they're going to about the good things, they're going to talk about the bad things. About what? Of STEAM technology are passed on. So they're not just going to talk about the good things of the STEAM technology, they will also talk about the bad things about the STEAM technology. So in any paragraph, when we're going to get this kind of stuff, so okay, they're talking about the positive side of the STEAM technology. In the meantime, they're also talking about the bad things of STEAM technology, right? Then you can answer it. Then you can match, okay, are they saying it is already in the previous time, it is already in the past? Then you can answer this one. But you're looking for good and bad aspects of STEAM technology, the positives and negatives of STEAM technology. Number 4, a possible solution to the issues of today. A possible solution to the issues. So there will be some issues as they are talking about the solution, obviously they will going to talk about the problem, because where there is solution, problem is there already. Because where there is no problem, solution is not required. So they're going to talk about the problems, some problems, right? And they're going to give you a possible solution. From what time? Today's time, not before, today's time. So a possible solution to the issues of today. Further improvements. So see, as they're talking about the further improvement, so here you will get, whenever further improvement means, see, further improvement means one improvement already have been happened. One improvement already have been happened. Whenever you will get something about the improvements things, you will understand, okay, means you see, if 5 or V is the answer of any paragraph, before this paragraph obviously they will going to talk about some improvement, isn't it? Further improvement means some improvements already have happened. So number V, whatever the paragraph will be answer for, it can be C, it can be D, it can be E, it can be F. If it is the answer for F, then number E paragraph obviously will going to talk about some improvements. Then in the F they will going to talk about some further improvement. So whenever you will get some idea, okay, they are talking about the improvements, then you will understand, okay, all right, I got it. In the next paragraph I am going to get the answer for number 5. So these are the equation you need to make in your neuron. So further improvement, so when they make some kind of improvement further, again they started getting some orders, some success, right? When you get something, okay, they are making some improvements and it also giving them some kind of orders or success, right? Then you can answer number V. Number 6, positive publicity. People are talking about good things of it. Positive publicity at last, finally. Positive publicity finally, for what? For this quite clean first vehicle, right? Very specific. See, quite clean and first vehicle, quite clean and first vehicle. Positive publicity at last, finally. So they're getting some positive feedback, publicity feedback. People are talking about the good things. For what? For these 3 features. So if you get 3 features and people are talking about like good things, then you can answer number 6. Number 7, a disappointing outcome for customers who bought their product. The product is car here, right? So who bought their cars? They are the customers. So customers are giving some disappointing outcomes. So customers are not happy with something. So when you'll see they're talking about their customers, right? They bought their car and they're not happy with it. They have some kind of maybe they're complaining about something. Then when you'll see customers are complaining about something of their car, then you can answer number 7. Number 8, a better option than the steam car arises. Comparison. When you'll see they are compared the steam car with something else or some other car, right? You need to compare the car with the car, isn't it? So you need to, when they'll see they're comparing a car, steam car, with another car, and they're saying another car is better than the steam car, then you can answer number 8. So I've read those. Don't just jump onto the passage right now. You kinda can't remember, so just revise a bit with some seconds, then jump on it. Okay, so what you are looking forward for number 1, you are looking for curl condition for a period. Number 2, you are looking for some marketing issues that has a failure. You are looking for good stuffs, you're looking for bad things of STEAM technology, and then you are looking for some issues of today and a solution with it. Then you are looking for some improvements, further improvements, and also the success orders. They're getting some orders. People are trying to buy it. Orders means people are trying to buy it. They didn't really buy it. Or say you order for the food, right? You order for the food means food is not in your hand yet. You just order it. So like that, commercial orders, right? Positive publicity at last for these 3 features. So you are looking for these 3 features and the positive publicity. A disappointing outcome. Outcome is not a very good. Disappointing outcomes. Those who are buying their cars are not giving a positive feedback. Okay, a better option than the steam car arises. Better option. Okay, the comparison. Okay, let's go and read this one and try to answer it. Okay, what they're saying, when a primitive automobile. So see what you're looking for now, you know, and just read it and try to answer it. So I would suggest pause the class and try to answer it, then come back to here. When primitive automobiles first began to appear in the 1800s. Again, if you already paused it, then you can't hear me now. Don't just read everything, just complete the paragraph A and then come back here and see what I am saying. Okay, all right, so pause it, answer it, and try to match it with me. because I'm going to teach you something else too. When primitive automobiles first began to appear in this year, their engines are based on steam power. Steam had already enjoyed a long and successful career in their railways. So they're talking about some positive, right? Long and successful career. It was only natural that the technology evolved into a miniatured version of which separate from the trains. So they're talking about the positives. But these early cars inherited steam's weakness along with its strengths. So they're talking about the weakness, they're talking about the strengths. Now you get a little bit of vibe of the answer, right? What can be the answer? There is only one point that has mentioned. You can talk about the positive side, you can talk about the negative side. Weakness is the negative side, strengths is the positive side, isn't it? Good and bad. The bollard had to be lit by hand, and they required about 20 minutes to build up pressure before they could be driven. So they're describing why. So described the positives, now they are described the negatives. See, furthermore, their waste reservoirs only lasted for about 30 miles before needing replacement. And despite the shortcomings, the newly designed self-propelled carriages offered quick transportation, and by the early 90s, it was not uncommon to see such machines churning wealthy citizens around town. So they're talking about the actually positive and the negative things of the steam car. The answer is number 3, isn't it? There is no other way, because they're not talking about the cold condition, not marketing issue. They're not talking about any solution out there, further improvement. They're not talking about any one improvement, let alone further improvement. Quite clean flush, no. Disappointing, no. Okay, number 3, because they're talking about the good things, they're talking about the bad. So number 3. Okay, let's go for the B now. But glory days of steam cars were few. But the glory days for the steam cars were few. So glory days was not for a long time. A new technology called the internal something soon appeared. So why I said something, see, if you spend more time, this word will not going to help you, will it? So why you will going to waste your time in the time of exam? Like, okay, is it a combustion or it is combustion? What is it? You don't have the time. Don't worry, what is it? Move forward. Which offered the ability to drive down the road just moments after starting up. At first, these noisy gasoline cars were unpopular because they were more complicated to operate, and they had difficult hand crank starters, which were known to break arms. Wow, there's problems. Sometimes you will going to break your arms when the engines backfired. But in 1912, General Motors introduced the electric starter, and over following few years, steam power were gradually phased out. So you can see there is a competitor of a steam car, right? Electric starter. There is a new technology out there, and it was doing better. And when it was doing better, glory days weren't anymore. A few. And the following few years, after some years, when this came, the steam power was gradually phased out. So there was better car, better system than the steam car. Only one option. Better option than the steam car arises. Number 8. Should not be any confusion. Should be very easy. Okay, now my question is, look at number C, look at number D, and look at number E. Which one you will going to do first? It's a very simple sense. If you do number C, it is kind of 3 times larger than the number E, isn't it? It is kind of 2 or 2.5 times larger than the number E. So if you answer number C, will they give you score 3? If you number D, will they give you score 2? No, right? All are 1. So why don't you answer this one first? Because first you want to secure your score, right? Then you can think about others. That E is kind of looks like it is easier. We're going to read it first and then answer it. All right, so let's go. Later that year, 𝗟𝗶𝘇𝗢 delivered unhappy news to those eagerly awaited the delivery of their modern new cars. Unhappy news to those eagerly awaiting the delivery of their modern new cars. They had some bad news, right? They had some kind of bad news. We don't know why. Those buyers, so buyers, clients, buyers, clients. If you buy something from AliExpress, you are the buyer of AliExpress. Those buyers who received the handful of completed cars complained. Should I read more, or you already understand what the answer is? That the vehicles are sluggish, erratic. Vehicles have some problem. For those who bought it already, right? So for the buyers, for the customers, it was disappointing, right? Erratic, sometimes going reverse when they should go forward. So when you want to go forward, it is going backward. horrendous, right? A disappointing outcome for the customer. Very easy, isn't it? Now you can make the decision. Okay, there is number F and there is number C, so which one you want to really do first? F doesn't look very fat, so why not doing it first? The brothers made one final attempt. So brothers made one final attempt to produce a viable steam automobile in early. So it's up to you. You can really read C first, you can really read D first. If I was there, maybe I would read D, either D first or F first, then I would go to C. It's just choice. There should be your choice for which one you want to do first. Okay, let's go D. The following year, someone, the abnormal drove the Model B. He drove the Model B from some places to other place in order to seek investment in his automobile design. In this whole headings, they are not talking about any kind of investment there, which he used to open in general engineering company. He and his brother immediately began working on Model C. So he and his brother immediately started working on a Model C, which was intended to expand upon the innovations of Model B. So they tried to make some kind of improvement, right? So there was Model C and they tried to expand upon innovation of the Model B. Okay, some kind of things they have added, maybe expand. The brothers added features, they added some features. So hopefully you already understand, right? They're making some other improvements there, eliminating the need for the operator and manually need the boiler, who is this enhancement. They make some kind of enhancement. The Doubles nuclear company promised a steam vehicle which would provide all of the convenience of a gasoline car. Okay, a gasoline car, but with much greater speed, much simpler driving controls, and a virtually silent power plant. So now there is some kind of things you might on your brain. Okay, they're talking about control, they're talking about the speed, right? Fast. They're talking about silent power plant, means quiet, right? By the following April, the General Engineering Company had received these deposits of the double detress, which were scheduled for delivery. So these deposits means they get some money, they get some water. They made some improvements. See, so there are two options out there we can answer. One, number 6, another one, number 5, isn't it? So they make some kind of improvement. We got it. They make some kind of improvement. That is one point. We got the first one. They made some kind of improvement. Then they have said it is fast, right? It is fast and it is quiet, right? It is fast and quiet. And they're also saying they are getting some orders. So see, if you're confused in that manner, don't just try to put one answer. So you have the confusion, right? For with the 5 or with the 6, if you have that confusion, someone is maybe already sure, okay, which one I'm going to. If you have the confusion, okay, just write it down. Okay, this answer can be 5, this answer can be 6. Just write it down. But which one is can be more, just have a circle out here. I'm not circling it, just you can do the circle. And then what you can do, you can just move forward and read another one. All right, what they're saying, even as the market was declining, they're saying 4 brothers made one last effort, final effort, right? One last effort to re-needle the technology. Between this time period, while still attending high school, 𝗟𝗶𝘇𝗢 and his 3 brothers built the first steam car in their parents' basement. The first steam car was built on their parents' basement. It comprised parts taken from a wrecked early steam car but reconfigured to drive an engine of their own design. Though it did not run well, so the first car did not really run well, Double brothers went on to build the second and also the third prototype. See, they first made the first one, then the second, they also made the third one. Okay, all right. And then what they're saying, though the Double boys' third prototype nicknamed Model B, the Model B was the name, it still lacked the convenience of an internal combustion engine. It drew the attention of automobile trade magazines. It drew the attention. See, it drew the attention. People are talking good things about it. Drew the attention of some magazines to its numerous improvements. Positive side of things, people are talking about it, right? In magazine improvements over previous steam car. The Model B provided to be superior to gasoline automobiles in many ways. Its high pressure steam drove to the engine pistons in virtual silence, quiet, right? Virtual silence, quiet. In contrast to clattering gas engines which was emitted the aroma of the burnt hydrochloride, clean, they remove the aroma, means the smell and other things. Perhaps most impressively, the Model B was amazingly swift, speedy, fast. Right now you can understand which can be the answer. It could accelerate to 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 15 seconds. A feat described as remarkable acceleration by Automobile magazine in 1914. So now you should be clear. Okay, this one is more likely to be the 6, because here they are also talking about the positive publicity. Trade magazines due to the numerous improvements, remarkable acceleration by Automobiles magazine, right? And fast, clean and quiet. So number 6 should be this one, and number 5 should be this one. Further improvements lead to commercial orders, because they are getting some orders and deposits. Number 5, number 6, done. Okay, now it is clear. You have 2 paragraphs and you have kind of 3 options. Let's go and do that too. Okay, first number F. Let's go. The brothers made I would like you to stop, pause a little bit and try to answer it. Okay, the brothers made one final attempt to produce a viable steam automobile in nearly 1924. The double brothers shipped a Model E to New York City to be road tested by the Automobile Club of America. After sitting overnight in freezing temperature, freezing temperature, cold time period, the car was pushed out into the road and left seat over an hour in the 40 morning air. At the turn of the key, the boiler lit and reached the operating pressure inside of 40 seconds. As they drove the test vehicle further, they found that its evenly distributed weight lent it surprisingly good handling. Even though it was so heavy, as the new double steamer was further developed and tested, its maximum speed was pushed to over 100 miles per hour. So ultimately they are talking about this, right? We cannot make anything. Marketing issues, no. Possible solution issues to the no. So the period of the cold condition, you can just answer from a very first time. So number 1. Now it is becoming more clear. You have 2 options and you need just one. So read it and try to answer it. This is your homework. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to help you in another way. See, keep tracking other question types. So you know that heading matching will always going to take some time from you, right? Will always going to take some time. So how can you help yourself? Look at this. Let me help you with that. So let's go and see some of the question types, some other question types. What is the question types here? Look at it. See here, what point does the writer make about the steam car in paragraph B? In paragraph B, what point he made? So when you were doing the paragraph B, now you forget now, because you read the paragraph B a long time ago. Think about if you would love to answer it in the time of doing the matching, what would happen? It would happen very quickly. You could have answered it in the meantime. It would not be make any kind of problem, isn't it? First, right, when you are doing, think about it, just in your common sense, okay, in your natural sense. When you are reading the paragraph B, right, you are reading, but the glory days of the steam car airfield. So what you could have done when you were doing the heading matching, so you now know, okay, I'm going to do the heading matching. So what I can do, I just mark, okay, paragraph B. So when I'm reading the paragraph B for the heading matching, I will also solve the question number 21. You also know where they have talked about the fast steam car, don't you? You also know that. So when you will get it, you will answer the number 22. When they are talking about the Model C, then you will also answer number 23. In the meantime, like in 1924 Model E, you will answer this. And also like California, when you will get the word California, you will also in the meantime number 26. So there are 13 questions. So instead of answering just 7, you can answer maybe not all 13, but you can answer like 11 or 12. Your time will going to save, because in terms of heading matching, you can't just skip. Most of the time you need to read everything. How can you save the time? You don't want to save the time for heading matching. You can save the time by solving other questions in the meantime. How can you do that? Very simple. Now you just, okay, paragraph B. When I will going to read the paragraph B for the heading matching, in the meantime I will also solve the question number 21. When I will get the paragraph about the first steam car, I will also solve 22 in the meantime. When I will get the Model C topic, I will also solve the 23 with the heading matching. That's how you can do it. It's very simple. But the glory days of the steam car were few. Glory days of the steam cars were few. Its success were short-lived. Very simple. But if you want to do it separately, or say you want to do it after finishing all the heading matching, then it will going to be a problem. Then you need to read it again. Then you again, where is the first steam car? Let's go and find out where is the first steam car. Let's go, where is the Model C? Let's go, where is 1924? You need to do it again. You don't want to do that. You want to save your time. because in reading module you need to save time, especially for the question types that is taking a lot of time from you. Okay, so yeah, just keep some tracking from the questions, or even for say if you think like, okay, this is some kind of problem when I am doing the heading matching, it's a little bit of problem for me, right? No problem, just what you do, just in 21, okay, this is the question number 21, just mark it. Okay, first team car, they have talked about the first team car here, right? They have talked about the first, so when I will read it here, okay, number 22. If you don't want to do it with the heading matching, just locate it, do it afterwards, but locate it first hand, so you will not need to locate it again. All right, that's how you can really save you time. If you do it together, just do it together, it will going to save you time. But if you have some problem with doing it together, locate it at least together, do it afterwards, then you will not to locate it again. All right, that's how you can solve it. But again, about the heading matching, I want to give you a preview. Just read the heading in the way so that you can understand what they will be written in the paragraph for that specific heading, because it will going to help you a lot. Because when you see okay, cold conditions, they're talking about some cold stuff, they're talking about also a period, then you answer it. When you see okay, they're talking about the positive things, they're talking about the negative things, you answer it, isn't it? They're talking about the improvements, further improvements, they're also talking about some orders, you answering it. They're talking about positive publicity, quite clean, you are answering it. They're talking about some outcomes, disappointing outcomes, customers are not happy, then you are answering it. They're comparing, then you are answering it. So make sure what you are looking for when you are reading an options. Don't just reading it for the sake of reading it, read it in the way so that you will understand, okay, what will gonna be written so that I can answer this option. Read in that manner, hopefully it will going to help you. Then read the paragraphs and then come back and read, keep tracking other question types, it will going to help you to save your time mostly. All right, hopefully it will going to help you to solve your heading matching paragraphs, heading matching question types alongside with other question types to save the time. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.